Hey guys, it's Isha. It's been a while. Anyway, I'm not even gonna get into that, but so I was just sitting at home, and it's been a rough day at work, so I decided to come in and listen to some Liz Wright, to kind of ease my mind a little bit and just kind of wind down. And let me just say, before I even get into what I wanted to say, I've been turned on to some really cool music in recently. And usually I don't do this. I don't know why, but since some people have turned me on to some really cool stuff that I probably wouldn't have heard otherwise, decided that if I happen to be listening to something that's not maybe very popular or a really underrated artist or musician, I just figured I'd share it, have y'all check it out. So in case you haven't heard of Liz Wright, she's dope. If you look for her in the music store, you're probably going to find her in the jazz vocalist section. She's so much more than that, but you're probably going to find her there. If you like Cassandra Wilson, which of course if you know me, you know I love Cassandra Wilson, then you'll probably think Liz Wright is pretty dope. So anyway, I'm listening to Liz Wright, The Orchard, and I've heard this song many times before, but for whatever reason, she has a song called When I Fall. For whatever reason today, it made me think about this firefly that I'm chasing. And I say firefly, okay, let me explain that real quick. I made a pact with myself. It's my attempt to make sure that when I leave this mortal body, that I leave with no regrets, that I don't look back on my life and say I wish I had have tried, or I wish I had have experienced, or why didn't I. I'm just trying to make sure that I can live my life with no regrets. So I decided to just kind of chase experience, and I liken it to the way that children chase fireflies. If you've ever seen a kid chase a firefly, you know that they're careless and they chase it blindly and aimlessly, and they don't really think about what they're going to do if they catch it, or if they don't catch it, they just chase. And I think that's really beautiful. So I decided that that's how I'm going to live. I'll just chase experience like that. So I've been doing that, and I've been chasing this firefly, this elusive, flighty, beautiful firefly, and the chase has been great. I'm learning a lot about myself. I'm learning a lot about my boundaries, or lack thereof. So it's been beautiful, but I find that sometimes I'm almost paralyzed, like with fear, as far as what's going to happen. And I've been trying to just remind myself it's about the chase, and whether you catch it or not, enjoy the chase. Don't turn around and run like you normally do, because then you will have a regret. So yeah, that song, basically the song is saying, if I look down, will I fall? And if I do fall, what if the water's cold when I fall? So it's kind of like you're chasing, but what if you get hurt in the process? And I have to just remind myself that I'm a very sensual person. And I don't mean that in a sexual way necessarily. Like, I'm a person that I like to engage as many of my senses as possible at one time, like almost sensory overload. I like to engage my senses, so I'm sensual in that way. And I just keep reminding myself that even pain can appeal to that. If I can just remember to be still and breathe through it, then so what if I get hurt? You know, you grow through it. And I'm trying to remind myself of that. And I'm trying to not be normal me. You know, I'm trying to step outside of that. I'm trying to be comfortable outside of my comfort zone. So, yeah, I probably could have just wrote this in my journal. Probably should have. But I think maybe I just needed to hear it out loud. I needed to hear the words come out of my mouth. Probably should have just let it evaporate into the air, but I'm telling y'all. So yeah. So let me. I'm gonna challenge you guys as well to not live your life with regrets. Chase some fireflies already. You know, what's the worst that can happen? You catch a couple, you get hurt. You know, you end up with a couple scrapes and bruises, but that's what life's about, right? Some scrapes, some bruises, some beautiful experience. So I'm gonna keep chasing and catch some, hopefully. And I hope you guys do the same thing. So I'm gonna go now because I'm starting to kind of feel a draft, feeling a little naked in front of y'all right now. So I'm gonna go, but chase some fireflies, people. All right, peace, y'all.